Merry Christmas, everyone, or of course, whatever holiday that you like to celebrate this time of year. But I wanted to do a Christmas video and talk about a matter of perspective. You know, something that came to my mind with all these expensive TVs I've had over this past month, and something that sort of popped in my head and also kind of made me think about expensive audio gear I've had and sort of that perspective. And, you know, anyway, let's talk about it. So for those that have been following my channel over the past month, you'll know I've gotten a few televisions. And, you know, with all the Black Friday deals and everything going on at Best Buy, which I'm sure they hate me now for having bought so many TVs and obviously returned them, you know, they kind of, something came to my mind, which is the more money you spend, the more you care about it, and the more you're nitpicky about it. Now, over the history of my channel, I've primarily reviewed hi-fi and stereo gear and, you know, audio equipment, and I've noted it there, but it just really occurred to me with the TVs, okay? In the sense of, you know, you spend $300 on a budget receiver or integrated, maybe like this Sony receiver here. You don't really care about it too much. If it sounds decent enough, then it's good enough, you know? But it's not something you nitpick per se. But turn around and spend $3,000, $4,000, let's say like, you know, on this Rego or maybe a Macintosh, and you're taking and you're really caring about the way it sounds, and you're really nitpicking every facet of that item, and to the point where you could be unhappy with it in spite of how much it costs and how supposedly good it is. And the same thing applies with TVs. My old TCL I've been using for a while, it's basically an S4 equivalent, is a decent television. I actually ended up giving it away to a friend of mine, but by and large, it's a decent TV. And I never really thought, though, about the quality of the picture. It was decent enough. You know what I mean? Nothing really wowed you, but you also didn't really care about it because it was good enough. When you start getting, you know, $600, $800, $1,200 TVs, you start to really get nitpicky. Well, the black level here isn't quite as good as I've seen, so therefore this is a bad TV. And that's something that would have never occurred to you on the budget TCL. Oh, the brightness here, the lights on the trees here, you really can't make out the luminance quite like you should be able to on the OLED versus the mini LED. So let's take, and this is a bad TV. But again, like I said, you don't think about that with the little budget TCL because it is what it is. You know what I mean? It seems like ignorance is bliss after all. You need to just spend just enough money to get something that is good enough and no more. That way you won't know what you're missing. But anyway, have a good Christmas, everybody, or of course, whatever holiday that you might celebrate. I'm going to be having my kids over, so I'm really excited for that and going to be doing presents and all that kind of good stuff. However, not going to be putting out another video until after Christmas, after New Year, and that'll of course be the iFi GoLink Max. I'm kind of excited about it. I've had some issues with it, kind of funky issues between iPhone and Android, which is kind of weird. But anyway, I'll be sharing that with you guys and everything. So anyway, stay tuned.